Have Junkyard Dog, SGT Slaughter, Viscera. I don't know any of these guys. Oh, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I do know Ricky Steamboat. And then we have Oscar.
As usual, in no shape, form, fashion, faction, fraxium is this a way to bash anyone or anything, but I'm just going to share my thoughts on a certain situation that happened recently. Tiffany Stratton not knowing the names of Viscera, Sergeant Slaughter, people like that, you know, pretty sure that there is more that if you were to ask Tiffany Stratton, she wouldn't know, which is, I don't know. People don't see that as a problem, but for a former women's champion to not know the history of the company she works for after it's been around since 1963, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, I see that as an issue, to be honest, you know, and I wouldn't see it as a problem as much if Tiffany Stratton didn't say that openly that she's just using WWE as a stepping stone to get to Hollywood. You know, I just think that that's kind of leechy behavior. You know, that's not like, that just rubs me the wrong way personally. As somebody who cares about the performances and cares about, you know, the product, you know, I just find it, you know, kind of weird and strange how someone who is held in such high regard by the fans doesn't even care as much to even watch something from back in the day. You know, it's kind of weird to me. You know, CGT Slaughter, man. CGT Slaughter, Viscera. Who the hell is Viscera? I've heard of Sarah V. Lotion, Sarah V, but not Viscera. That's crazy work, man. Now, of course, you know, Ricky Dragon a Steamboat, you know, he's more well known, you know, Bret Hart's and everything, but Sergeant Slaughter and Viscera, you know, that's like, I don't know. I feel like if you were to ask Tiffany Stratton more WWF history, she wouldn't be able to name most of them, you know, and I don't think that's good, you know, and if this was such a problem, I think that she should have been educated. But at the same time, I just feel like after she said what she said about her intentions with the company, you know, things have been kind of weird, you know, especially Tiffany's matches. After she said that she's, you know, that she doesn't want to wrestle past 30, she wants to use the business as a stepping stone. You know, it's kind of, her matches have kind of diminished in quality. You know, there's a lot of botches from Tiffany after she made her intentions known with the company. You know, I don't know. It's kind of odd to me personally, you know, and people were like, man, you know, Tiffany Stratton's the GOAT or whatever, but, you know, she's good. But people clown on Sol Ruca when Sol Ruca just got there. And it's obvious why Sol Ruca is botching so much, because she says she's not ready and she's being pushed by the boss who wants to force feed her own push. But we got Tiffany Stratton, who's been on the main roster for a while, even had a 1,000-year teasing, burning rivalry with Nia Jax, 1,000 years of us waiting for her to cash in. And when she finally cashed in, she was champion for like 100+ days and only defended the title 3 times. So, you know, she's well versed in the company. You know, she's been on the main roster for a hot minute. So for her to not know these things, you know, it's kind of, I mean, people who haven't even grown up during that era, they know who Viscera is and, you know, Macho Man and Razor Ramon and Vader, you know, and just, they know these people. Sergeant Slaughter, they know these people. Ted DiBiase. I don't know. It's very strange. I don't like it personally. You know, it's just, it feels very leechy, you know. It's one thing, you know, WWE with this next in line program, you know, of people who don't even watch wrestling. Like, you will have people who will become United States champion, NXT champion, and they've never watched wrestling before. They just wanted to try something new, you know, a former football player, former cheerleader, former soccer player. Cool. But at the same time, you know, it's just, it's a bad look, you know, to people who actually care about their product. And then you have people who work for the company. Sure, they're talented. I'm not taking away from Tiffany Stratton's talent here, but I don't know. It seems like after she's made it known that she doesn't care much for working there as far as a whole care in general. I'm sure that she has a lot of fun performing, but her matches have been super wonky and, lifeless ever since she said that she wants to go to Hollywood and she's not wrestling after 30. I don't know. That's just strange. It's strange to me. It's strange. I don't know. I guess it's because she feels like she doesn't have to try as hard anymore because she won't be here long. I'm not sure what it is, but I've noticed a significant decline in the quality of Tiffany Stratton's performances and her matches. It's like she's trying to rush through her performances and trying to rush through her matches as of late. And as of late, I mean, right after she said that she doesn't want to wrestle past 30 and that she's using the company as a stepping stone. I don't know. It's been hard not to notice, but this whole thing is, I don't know. A lot of people might not even see it as an issue, but people might be like, yeah, well, it's just before her time. You're just looking too much into it. Why would Tiffany Stratton know about a Viscera or a Big Daddy V or a Ted DiBiase or a Razor Ramon? Why would she know about a Sergeant Slaughter, man? You're hating, you're reaching, you're only bitching for views. The usual garbage I'll hear from people. Oh, and you're a hater. You're only looking for the negative. The usual cope garbage like that. But I don't know. I feel like, the least you can do is brush up on a little bit of history if you're going to work for a company with an abundant history. WWE's been around for a long time. So the least you can do is just care to go back or watch something. Just watch something, watch the matches, study something, because I don't know. It's like she's not even trying anymore. The promos are the same as that we heard the last 2 years. It's Tiffy time. 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 She says the town that she's in. She says it's Tiffy time. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's just not even. Even the promos have been lacking, even though they're repetitive and they're the same thing we heard before. Even the promos, the quality of her promos is just not there. I don't know. I don't know. After she said that she doesn't want to, after she said her intentions, I don't know. It's been a severe lack in quality I've just noticed. It's just, I don't know, man. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. But yeah, I mean, this isn't a big deal to a lot of people, but to me, I don't know. The least you can do is watch something from the past, because CGT Slaughter is kind of crazy.